Hello and welcome. In this video we're going to go a little closer into the Nelveska Temple and the materials on how it was made. So we'll first start over here. So this was the original image. So there was only a front and a back side to it in the 1997 Final Fantasy Tactics. So I went and made similar proportions. As you can see on the right, I made rock formations that the player could use to get up the temple. Let's try this again. So it used to get up the temple and could get to the roof. So in the original game they fended off some birds, and then you can see even a little bit behind it, which has some additional structures not in the game. So, and in the original 1997 Final Fantasy Tactics game, up here there was some hidden treasures, which this game would definitely have as a homage to the original game. But as we can see, a lot of the proportions are very similar, just scaled up to a more realistic setting. I added a bit of this torch to represent the thieves and how they are here in the hideout, and some old pots. We have some of the rock formation along with a moss that goes over the temple. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the material. Start with the Nelveska wall, the one on the side here. So in Unreal 4 in the material editor, what we have is started with a material node, the original texture and normal map. So for our dynamic lighting to help get a little bit of some highlights. So I brought in most of the original structure in here just to help give the metallic and some of the roughness, so that it wasn't too strong of lights, just to reflect a lot of the stone structuring that we can see here. But from that, I used a moss texture, so lerping it through the normal map, and then in the end using a dot to help curve it around the edges. So this helps get the moss, and then it helps get a little bit in the cracks. This is the importance of the normal map. Without it, the moss would not get in there. So it can tile, and the vector color is used to help alpha out some of the moss texture so that the brick structure can come through. So good with that. So that allows the alpha so that you can get some of the original brick structure, the rocks, to come through. And then by just applying this texture on here, you automatically will get the moss that will appear on the top. And then through a little vector painting, you can remove some of the moss and give a little variety. So this is the Nelveska Temple and the moss shader that was used to go over it. So a pretty good comparison and overall proportion that's pretty similar to the original. And then just added a whole village around it. So thank you.